the United States has officially started work on its largest military helicopter ever built. A machine that is not only massive in size but also transformative in what it promises to deliver on the modern battlefield. For decades, helicopters have played a crucial role in American military operations. From troop transport and resupply to heavy lift missions and disaster relief. But with evolving threats, larger equipment, and the demand for faster deployment, the need for a helicopter that can do more than any before, it has become increasingly clear. This new giant represents that vision, and in this review, we will explore its key features, performance metrics, design philosophy, and why it stands out compared to anything currently in service. At its core, this new helicopter is designed to be the ultimate heavy lifter. To put it in perspective, most transport helicopters in service today can carry dozens of troops or several tons of cargo. The largest helicopter in the U.S. arsenal, until now, the CH-53K King Stallion, already set records for carrying external loads of more than 36,000 pounds. But the new helicopter surpasses even that benchmark, promising lift capabilities that allow it to haul not just vehicles, but entire systems that previously required transport aircraft, that means armored vehicles, missile batteries, and even sections of field infrastructure can be flown directly into combat zones without relying solely on airfields or vulnerable ground convoys. One of the most striking aspects of this helicopter is its size. Its rotor system is enormous, with blades longer than many small airplanes' wings. This gives it the necessary lift, but also creates a distinct silhouette that dominates the skyline. The fuselage is built to house not only the crew and advanced avionics, but also a cavernous internal bay that can accommodate oversized loads. This design reflects a philosophy of flexibility. While external sling loads are still possible, much of the cargo can be carried inside, protected from weather and enemy fire, ensuring safer delivery of critical assets. The performance aspects are equally groundbreaking. This helicopter is built with next-generation engines that deliver extraordinary power while also focusing on efficiency. With such massive lift demands, fuel consumption is a critical factor. And engineers have incorporated advanced turboshaft designs to maximize output while minimizing operational costs. Its cruising speed is projected to surpass existing heavy-lift helicopters, bringing it closer to the performance envelope of tiltrotor aircraft, which means faster deployment over greater distances. For commanders, this speed translates to reduced exposure times and the ability to reposition forces quickly in fast-moving conflicts. Range is another area where this helicopter shines. Traditional heavy-lift helicopters often face trade-offs between payload and distance. Carrying more usually means going shorter distances. But the United States' largest helicopter is designed with enhanced fuel capacity and aerodynamic improvements, enabling it to fly longer distances with heavy loads without constant refueling. This is crucial in theaters like the Pacific, where vast stretches of ocean separate islands and bases. By extending its reach, this helicopter ensures that American forces can respond rapidly, even in geographically challenging regions. The avionics suite on board is another selling point. Modern combat zones are filled with electronic threats, GPS jamming, and complex coordination requirements. This helicopter incorporates state-of-the-art navigation systems, radar, and defensive countermeasures. Pilots will have access to fully integrated digital cockpits that combine real-time data from multiple sensors, giving them unparalleled situational awareness. Threat detection systems alert the crew to incoming missiles or radar locks, while automated countermeasures deploy flares, chaff, or active jamming to protect the aircraft and its cargo. Design elements have been carefully crafted with survivability in mind. The airframe incorporates reinforced armor in critical areas to protect the crew and essential systems from small arms fire and shrapnel. The rotor system uses composite materials that not only reduce weight but also increase resilience to battle damage. Redundancy is built into the controls and hydraulics, ensuring the helicopter can continue flying even if one system is compromised. This focus on survivability makes the aircraft not just a transport asset but a reliable one, even under hostile conditions. Another unique factor is the helicopter's interoperability. It is designed to operate seamlessly alongside other U.S. From a design philosophy perspective, the helicopter reflects lessons learned from decades of military engagements in Iraq and Afghanistan. Reliance on vulnerable supply convoys resulted in heavy casualties from improvised explosive devices. Helicopters were often the safer option, but payload limits required multiple flights. With this new helicopter, Fewer flights are needed to move the same amount of material, reducing risk and increasing efficiency. In potential near-peer conflicts, where adversaries may target airfields with precision strikes, the ability to deliver heavy equipment directly to austere locations, far from established bases, becomes a game-changing advantage. The interior layout is also designed with versatility in mind. Seating arrangements can be quickly reconfigured to transport large numbers of troops, medevac patients, or specialized equipment. Roll-on! Roll-off capability ensures that vehicles can be loaded and unloaded rapidly, reducing turnaround times on missions. This adaptability ensures that the helicopter is not limited to one type of mission but can transition from combat support to humanitarian relief at a moment's notice. Speaking of humanitarian operations, this helicopter will be one of the most valuable tools in disaster relief scenarios. The ability to carry massive payloads means it can deliver food, water, medical supplies, and heavy equipment to disaster zones cut off by collapsed infrastructure. Its ability to hover and operate in challenging terrain makes it ideal for reaching areas inaccessible to fixed-wing aircraft. In this role, its sheer size becomes a life-saving advantage, demonstrating that military technology can also provide critical civilian support. In terms of crew requirements, the helicopter is designed for efficiency. Despite its size, automation and advanced avionics reduce the number of personnel needed to operate it. Pilots benefit from fly-by-wire controls that simplify handling, while onboard systems assist with stability during complex maneuvers like external sling load operations. This reduces training time and fatigue, making long missions safer and more sustainable for crews. Noise reduction is another area where engineers have focused attention. Traditional helicopters are notoriously loud, which not only reduces stealth, but also makes operations in populated areas challenging. This new design incorporates blade geometry and engine baffling that significantly reduce its acoustic signature. While it will never be silent, it is quieter than expected for its size, which enhances its tactical utility and lessens its impact during humanitarian missions. What sets this helicopter apart is not just what it can do today, but how it has been designed for tomorrow. Engineers have future-proofed the platform with modular systems that allow for upgrades. This includes space and power, capacity for directed energy weapons, advanced sensors, and next-generation communication systems. By planning for these enhancements from the outset, the helicopter avoids obsolescence and ensures relevance for decades to come. The U.S. military also intends to integrate unmanned teaming capabilities. This means the helicopter will be able to coordinate with drones during missions, assigning them to scout ahead, provide, or even deliver smaller payloads in coordination with the main aircraft. This kind of manned-on-manned synergy represents the future of aviation, and building it into the largest helicopter ever constructed demonstrates how forward-thinking this project is. From an industrial standpoint, the creation of this helicopter represents a major feat of engineering and manufacturing. The size and complexity of the components push the limits of existing production facilities, requiring new tooling, advanced composites, and cutting-edge assembly techniques. It also provides a significant boost to the aerospace sector, with thousands of jobs tied to its development and production. The sheer ambition of building the largest U.S. military helicopter reflects confidence in the nation's engineering base and industrial capacity. Performance testing will be one of the most closely watched aspects as the helicopter progresses. Engineers are putting it through stress trials, including high-altitude operations, extreme weather conditions, and maximum payload endurance flights. Early indications suggest that the helicopter is meeting or exceeding its ambitious performance targets, which will solidify its place as a cornerstone of U.S. military aviation for the coming decades. Comparisons with other heavy-lift helicopters worldwide show just how significant this leap is. While countries like Russia and China have their own large helicopters, none combine the same balance of payload, range, survivability, and digital integration. This places the U.S. helicopter in a class of its own, ensuring a technological edge in future conflicts. It also serves as a deterrent, signaling to potential adversaries that American forces can deploy overwhelming amounts of material anywhere, anytime, without being bottlenecked by transport limitations. This helicopter also carries symbolic weight. It reflects a broader shift in U.S. defense planning, recognizing that future conflicts will require speed, mobility, and flexibility on an unprecedented scale. With global commitments stretching across continents and oceans, the United States cannot afford to rely solely on traditional airlift. The largest military helicopter ever built demonstrates a commitment to innovation and a readiness to meet future challenges head-on.